Hello and welcome to Pisces Moon Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Kate Leonard, and I'm excited to explore the stars with you. Hey everyone! Welcome to the week of May 25th through May 31st. And I know I say this every week, but wow, oh wow, oh wow. Mercury is in Gemini, sitting on his own throne, and he's getting no negative or difficult aspects. Wow, let's talk about it. All right, before jumping right into the whole party that is this week, and that's going to make sense in just a little bit, please like, follow, subscribe, download, share, do all the stuff. And there are links down below to book readings with me and also to get to my very free Substack and all the stuff. I'd be ever so grateful. And moving right along, because honestly, this week is so gigantic and so much fun that I don't even want to spend any more time on the self-promo stuff, though that may change because actually this week coming up is a really good week for marketing. Just an aside. All right, so we've got Mercury going into his home sign of Gemini on May 25th. This is huge. This is huge. This happens every year, but last year when Mercury went into Gemini, he was getting a harsh aspect from Saturn. Saturn, the planet of limitations, saying no, hard work, all of that stuff, right? That was not the happiest Mercury. This Mercury, this year, this week, wow, no bad aspects from anyone. And in the house with him, in Gemini with him, we've got Jupiter, the greater benefic, the planet of expansion and luck and wisdom and all kinds of great stuff. And we've got the sun shining the spotlight. The other thing we've got is a new moon in Gemini, because where the sun is, that's where a new moon's going to be. That was kind of obvious, I guess. Anyway, we've got the new moon. So the stuff that I'm going to be talking about today, think setting new moon intentions. If you're that kind of person, boy howdy. Everything that I'm talking about today, let that guide you around your new moon intention setting. And I'm also going to just start right off the bat because I know I have a lot of writers in my audience. Mercury rules communication of all kinds. So you writers, listen up. This is your week. Oh, wow. But everybody, not just writers. I'm telling you, let's get into it. Oh, and I forgot to give you all the other things going on this week. You know what? Every other main thing going on this week, guess who it's about? Mercury. Oh my gosh. So just in case you're interested, when he moves into Gemini on the 25th, he's going to immediately sextile Saturn in Aries. Now, I know I just said Saturn was all bad and everything, right? No, only when he's making a square or an opposition. A sextile is an aspect of opportunity. So Saturn, besides other things, rules being able to really stick to it. So the stuff that we're putting in place this week, and there's going to be a whole lot of stuff, I promise you, Saturn is going to give us the stick to it. Now, a sextile won't force that on us, but it will make it available. Saturn is also influential people, right? So there may be some influential people, and this week is all about people. So hold on to that. But this is a good Saturn, not a bad Saturn, all right? On the 26th, the very next day, we get Mercury making that same sextile, angle of opportunity, with Neptune. You know, I don't normally like Neptune, but the sextile is a good angle. Fiction writers, actors, anybody, screenwriters who write fictional scripts, right? Neptune is imagination, but Neptune is also spirituality, so new ideas about spirituality. But you writers, I am telling you this week, oh my gosh, Then on the 27th, we've got Mercury making a gorgeous trine to Pluto in Aquarius. This is the power of words. This is what you say holds power, speaking from your power. And then on the 29th, as if this whole week isn't already magical enough, we've got Mercury connecting directly with the sun. That's called a Kazemi. That's when the planet is in the heart of the sun. And what happens then? Anything unnecessary gets burnt away, and it's like plugging the planet into a supercharger battery. This is incredible. This is your ideas, your speech, communication. This is socializing. This is connections with people, and it's all going to get amped up. So this week is just the beginning of this renewal of Mercury. Everyone, wow. All right, but let's get into it. I've already made pretty clear, I've already given the reminder. Remember that Mercury is the planet of communication. That's all kinds of communication, talking, writing, you doing youing, commerce, marketing, short distance travel. And we don't talk about this a lot, but Mercury is the original planet of transformation. Mercury is constantly changing position in relation to the sun. He's the evening star, and then he moves to be the morning star, and then he moves back across the sun to be the evening star. And he's continually transforming. So whatever's happening this week, consider that there's going to be something transformative about it. I love it. I love it so much. Now let's talk about Gemini. This is one of his, and I always say, so Mercury rules Gemini. When a planet is in his own rulership, it's like the king sitting on his own throne. He has all of his resources available to him. He is as strong as he can be because he wants for nothing. So Mercury being in Gemini is powerful. All right. But let's talk about what Gemini is. They call Gemini, I don't know who they is. We astrologers, I'm not sure. We call Gemini the social butterfly sign. Gemini is social, and social in a kind of fun way a lot. It's like parties and connections and meeting up with people and talking, because Mercury, communication, right? All kinds of social events, social gatherings, but also things like partnerships, networking, right? If this falls in like your second house of money or your 10th house of career, or even your 8th house of combined resources, this could really be about professional networking. Really, really good. Gemini is all about people connection, and Mercury's all about communication. So you get where we're going. This is a busy week. It's exciting. We're going to be getting together with people. And I advise you right now, and a lot of you are not going to like this and you're not going to listen to this. If you can get together with people in person, it's going to be a big deal. Now, if you're in a situation where all of your meetings need to be online or whatever, I'm not saying those aren't going to be great. They're going to be great. But remember, this is an ancient system, right? And Gemini really likes to connect people. So if there are, in real life, networking opportunities, or you can just get together with friends or family off screen, those are going to be really, really powerful unions. And talking about super good, Jupiter, the greater benefic. That's what the ancient astrologers called Jupiter, the greater benefic, the luckiest planet, the most blessed planet in the sky. Jupiter is also in Gemini. Jupiter rules expansion and blessings, bringing expansive energy and blessed energy to whatever is going on for you this week related to Mercury, communications, business transactions, all the stuff that I've already said. And Gemini, what house is that for you? Is that finances, family, relationships, sex, art? Where is Gemini for you? Because that is going to expand expand. That area of your life is going to get extra blessings, especially if you're really making use of this mercurial energy, if you're really going out there and making the people connections and having the conversations and writing the stuff, whether that's writing your marketing plan, whether that's writing a contract, a proposal, whether that's writing your novel, it doesn't matter. Get to work on it because Jupiter is going to bless that. And remember, even though we're talking about the energy of this week, whatever you launch in this energy, this is going to continue on through that project. Okay, so don't think that it's like, oh, well, great, I get a few good writing days or a few good, I don't know, job negotiation days. And then what? How much can I really accomplish? You can accomplish the world, right? Or as kids say, to infinity, because Jupiter is there and this energy is going to carry through whatever to the end of whatever you launch this week. So get the launch going. Then on top of it, we've got the sun in the house. This is amazing. And let me explain why. Normally, I don't like, nobody likes, or not like, I'll try to explain. It's not great to have the sun too close to a planet because the sun is so bright that the planet goes invisible. That is not usually a good thing. The only time a planet gets a kind of exemption from that is when he's in a sign he rules. So Mercury gets the spotlight of the sun. That means we get it. We don't care what Mercury gets. Kate, I want the spotlight on me. Yeah, me too. Okay, so to see it like you are center stage, you've got communication, you've got the gift of communication because the words are going to be flowing beautifully no matter what they're about, love, money, whatever it is. And the spotlight is on you. And you get to own it. Mercury's not eclipsed in it. You get to just stand there and like picture this as like the monologue of your life, right? You're in the spotlight and you deliver those words of power. Remember, I said earlier, we're going to have that relationship with Pluto going on, and that is the power of your words with the spotlight on you. The sky is the limit, you guys. I don't even know how to even make this as big as I think it's going to be. Okay, I am really, really optimistic about this upcoming week. It's just so blessed. Then, actually, on the 26th, the day after Mercury goes into Gemini, lighting up all of this stuff that I've been talking about, we get the new moon in Gemini. This is renewal. This is new opportunities. This is a new beginning. So whatever things are up for you, whatever's up for you this week, and look at the house where this is hitting you. That's going to be the most direct connection. But we're going to all be getting this mercurial boost anyway, in a sort of more general way. Set your intentions. If you're one of those people who likes to do their monthly new moon intentions, set it around business, writing, communicating, marketing, social groups, social acceptance, all of that kind of stuff. Anything connected to Mercury, this new moon is a new beginning. It also brings renewal to ongoing projects. So it's not that you have to go start a new novel this week. It's not that you have to go find new friends or a new job, though you can do all of those things, right? You absolutely can start brand new projects that you've been wishing you could start and maybe not quite feeling it. Yeah, start that stuff. But with this new moon, this new cycle energy happening, there will also be a sort of renewal to existing projects. So if you've already been writing the great American novel, there's going to be some kind of renewed energy, renewed vibrancy to that project. If you're already kind of hanging out with friends, or, you were going to get together for a thing or whatever, there's going to be an infusion of energy and a new vibrancy that's coming to this. Jobs, whatever it is, right? There's going to be this newness to it. So newness, expansion, blessings, the spotlight, so recognition, words of power, all of these things are happening this week. And really, I can't say enough about how excited I am. The other thing, I just said words of power. So I know we're not all writers. We're not all gifted with, what is that? They say the gift of gab. We don't all have the gift of gab. I don't know if that's an old thing, right? I think my grandma used to say that. We don't all have the gift of conversational skills or whatever. Some of us are shy or introverted. It can be in private, but speak words of power this week. This is the week to use your mantras, your affirmations, and just words of power. I am a freaking star, right? Just words of power. Say them to yourself in the mirror if you need to. And if that's too intimidating, wait till after dark and say them, in the dark. I don't know how shy maybe you are, but you get what I'm saying. Speak your words of power. Speak your truth. You will manifest and people will listen. This is just pretty incredible all the way around. So that's the gist of what's going on. That's the big stuff, the Mercury stuff. I do want to give you a little teeny extra bit just because I'm nice that way, don't you think? You know how I said that Mercury is going to be making that sextile to Saturn and sextile to Neptune the very next day? What that means, of course, is that Saturn and Neptune are pretty much conjunct. They are within 1 degree of each other. They're in Aries. We've been talking a lot about Aries because that's where Venus is. Chiron's there. So we've been talking a lot about Aries and that power to self, that me, focus on me aspect of Aries. I do want to point out that while Saturn and Neptune are conjunct, Saturn's about building structure and Neptune's about dreaming dreams. So this is the dream it, make it so connection. I wanted to point that out specifically because they're both sextiling Mercury. So dream it, make it so. This week, look at the ways social connection, network, partners, friends, family, whomever, or even written things like proposals, contracts, query letters, whatever it is. How do you start to build the foundation of your dreams, Saturn and Neptune, by communicating them and using your social networks to jumpstart them? Does that make sense? That's a little complicated, I know, so I hope that makes sense. It's that Saturn, Neptune connected to each other, dream it, make it real, connected to Mercury, communicate it, network it. I think that makes sense, right? So that's basically it for this week. As if that wasn't already like so big. I'm so excited. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I know sometimes when I'm this excited, I'm not as clear as I would hope to be. So I hope this was all clear. I hope it was helpful to all of you. And again, I want to thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for sharing, spreading the word about the podcast. I'm really trying to get it to grow. Thank you to all the people from other countries who are listening in. That still blows me away. I am so glad to have you. But thank you also to all my people in the US. I appreciate all of you. I just really do. And yeah, go out and make some fun. This is a great week for parties. Go have some fun. With that, until next week, Go out and seize the energies of the stars. This is my wish for you always. And if I were you this week, I would seize that energy at a really fun party. Take care, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye.